Flippin' Fantastic, episode 81. I'm Mo, 87 official.
And I'm Amy, Beach by Repeat. Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am, stressed every time we start this. Hopefully the sound is better this time. We still don't have it looking like we want to, but that maybe hopefully next week.
Yeah,
And um yeah, so
it'll be good.
that's
It'll
that's that.
totally be good. It's a work in progress, right?
Yep, it
Always.
is. It's
Just like
It's
refining it.
hard. It's hard to figure out all the little bugs when like we're not doing it together. So unfortunately,
Yeah,
it happens like these last few times. I've figured out a couple things. So
that's the whole point, right?
yeah. hmm
I know. I know. How was your
So
weekend? Did you go sourcing?
I went to a I went to one of my favorite estate sales. I went on Saturday, second day, and I actually got. So I have a little portable monitor, uh, you know, that I hook up to my computer. It is not on right now. I bought a HP monitor for like 20 bucks. It was like less than 20 bucks. They had 20 bucks on it, but I got a little bit of a bundle deal. So I
Mhm.
have that one hooked up today. Now I need a splitter so I can have three screens.
Oh, fancy.
And my husband's like, and I was like looking, I was like, I think we have a splitter. And I went to use it, but it is not a splitter, it is a switcher. Like if you were using it on your TV and you wanted to switch from the TV to your video game, like you could, do you know what I mean? It
Oh,
looks like
gotcha. Yeah.
it looks like it looks like it would split, but it doesn't. So I gotta get a splitter so I can have all three of my things. That will also help, believe it or not, with the recording. Just because, I have us, I have the recording program, I have um stuff we're sharing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So that
So it'll all be like right there in your view.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
So
got that at the estate sale? You got that
yeah, it
monitor?
was yeah, they had two monitors and I was like, should I get one? I was like, it would really help me. This one they had 20. It's a nice monitor, like it's an HD monitor. Um and then they had a bigger one. It was like a Dell for like 25. But when you looked at the Dell, like this one has the HP input. The Dell one was definitely older. It didn't have an HD input,
Mhm.
and it had just the pins, whatever that 8 pins, 16
Yeah.
pin, those old ones. So it was like one
Yeah.
that we had where I worked, when I worked at school because we had old crap. But they
Mhm.
had that one. Like they didn't know what they they just priced it because it was bigger.
Oh,
I don't have
gotcha.
that much room to have giant displays, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that much bigger than this one. But yeah, so I was like, well, that's a deal because this one, the one I have is like a portable one. I had bought um one for me and one for my son, and uh, I, I got it on like deep sale at Christmas time for like 70 bucks, like $69 or whatever.
Well,
So there, I'll take
good.
$20. It works fine. It's like in perfect condition. It was like it was, an old person's home, and everything was very
Yeah.
nice in it, very well kept. So anyway, that was my big deal because I bought some other stuff. I didn't bring them upstairs. I bought some old vintage gardening books.
Oh, okay.
I think I can't remember if I got a Betty. Oh, I got a a Last Supper clock.
The Last Supper clock.
Yeah,
Where's the hands at and stuff? Like on what
it's
part of the
like it's
picture?
like it's like up. It's like those like 1970s, 60s like laminated on wood pictures. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's one of those, and then somebody put a clock on the top of it. They were it was a
Gotcha.
it was a very Catholic house. Like the one entire room was 99% Catholic theology books on a
Mhm.
bookshelf.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple other like religious-y things. I do pretty well with like religious items, so if like I
Yeah.
find something nice in good shape, I'll buy it. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll get the clock.
That's
It
cool.
was,
Is it
like I
big?
said, nah, it's not super
Pretty
big.
big? Yeah.
It's like the picture is about like that, and then like they put
Uh-huh.
the clock is like at the top.
The corner.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
Um.
found a black velvet painting and it had like
Ooh.
a cross with I can't remember what it was, but it was a cross. I don't know if Jesus was like on the cross or what,
Mhm.
but it was definitely or he was kneeling or something. But that sold pretty quick too. It was and
Yeah.
it had some sun fading too. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So that's
Yeah.
what you got, the theology stuff and your monitor.
Yeah. Some books. I can't. Um. Like I said, there was a couple other religious like items. There was one that was like a I forget. It
Yeah.
was the second day. It was a very it was a very pristine house. They had a lot of cool. They had a lot of very nice furniture that was selling.
Huh?
But you could tell, and they had a lot of very nice artwork that
Oh, okay.
I mean, I always look to see if there's something like I would put in my house,
Yeah.
but they had very nice artwork, and but you could tell it wasn't. I hate to say it, like sometimes you go like I went to one of the estate sales with this company before, and I went on the second day, and there was still so much stuff left. This house this weekend, you could just tell that a lot of good, like the family take it. Do you know what I mean? Like there was still like really nice stuff. Too nice for me
Huh?
to sell, like, too big furniture and
Yeah.
paintings and stuff. But you know that the family took a lot of the nice stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that kind of house. But
Mhm.
yeah, so that's all I did. I didn't well, I was glad I got the monitor. I mean, if you take it at I paid $40 for everything I bought. And like I said, I bought a bunch of books
Mhm.
and stuff. If you take out the monitor,
Yeah, so you got a
I
free
only
monitor.
spent 20. Yeah. So
Uh-huh. It's a
that was it.
business write-off.
What'd you get this weekend? What'd you sell this weekend? I sold a few things, but nothing great.
Let's see. I went to a like a church sale.
Hmm.
Like that was like 20 minutes away and it was I had high hopes for it because of the neighborhood that it was in,
Yeah.
but it wasn't too good. Well, the thing that was fun about this place, they even advertised it. There was a room that was everything in the room was a quarter.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I was excited, because
load it
that's
up.
basically free,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So they had what did I get from that room? Oh, I got like some new old stock like pulls. Ugh, they're like plastic, but they're like palm leaves, so they're like pulls for your cabinet or your drawers or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's cool. Hmm.
Yeah, they're like it was like a brand they sold at Target like in the 90s. These were from like 1997. They're like new in the package, and each package was a quarter a piece, and I got
Yeah.
four or five packages. So I've spent $1.25. I got like a Boy Scout, some kind of Boy Scout like utensil pack. Um,
Oh yeah, like
I don't know, a couple like
go
those
ahead, sorry.
collapsible, fork and spoon and knife things.
Hmm.
They got that. And some other like stuff because Matt went with me. It was like some
Oh,
fishing type stuff and
puppy. We
just
usually are
random. Oh,
now
you
I
see a
can
dog? Oh,
yeah. Because like before what we were using before, we were like longer and now I couldn't see the puppy. No, I can see the
Oh
puppy.
yeah, she's probably like, "Oh, I'm gonna start barking soon." Yeah, but they had a lot of cool stuff. They had the only thing I bought was the quarter stuff, and they
Yeah.
had like pastries and things. They had
Mhm.
an apple brownie for $1, like little like squares of brownies.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
good. I'd never heard of apple brownies before.
Yeah, me
Have
either.
you?
No.
I know. They were like
Mm-mm.
they were blonde. They weren't they weren't chocolate or anything,
Oh, okay.
but they were good. I saw another reseller. Well, I saw a couple resellers there too. So it was fun. Oh, oh, I did buy a Panasonic VHS to DVD recorder or whatever those things are called. I don't buy them, so this was the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time
Okay. Did it
that I
work?
bought one. It was well, I don't it works when you plug it in, like, in the
Mhm.
outlet,
Yeah.
but it didn't come with that audio input output cable, I don't know what those things are called. The adapters? I don't know. That cord. It's got like the
Oh, too bad
red,
you don't come to my
yellow.
house, because I think I have a box of them.
I looked I looked through all of our stuff because
Mhm.
I know we used to have those, but maybe
Yeah.
when we got rid of all of our stuff, it
Yeah.
went out. But I bought one on Amazon for 5.99. It'll be here today. But it said tested and works on the little label, but I only
Right.
paid $10 for it. And it looks like they sell for like $70,
Yeah,
and the
nice.
sell-through was pretty decent.
Mhm.
So I got that too. So it was fun. And then we just like hit some straggler yard sales on the way home, and I don't think we got anything because I don't think we got anything. We just headed back home, and we had stuff to do. But I did have
Yeah.
some good sales this weekend. I
Yeah.
had
What'd you get?
I think in the last video, did I show you that thing, that Foggy Point like Lamax lighthouse thing that I bought?
I don't
It
know if
was
you showed it in the video because I can't remember. I know you've posted it
yeah,
that I've seen it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. So last Saturday, we went to a community sale and I bought this Lamax lighthouse and I paid $10 for it. And I listed it. It was in pristine shape. I think I
yeah.
did talk about it. It like had all the
I
little
think you did
baggies and
talk about it
everything.
now because you talked
Mhm.
about how, like, it was in the original packaging.
How
Yeah.
good it
Mhm.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I listed it and it sold for $165.88 plus shipping. And it's going international and they paid like 230 total because their VAT, what is it, VAT tax or whatever,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
was $41 for their VAT. It was insane. So
Wow.
I make sure I packed it like really good so it'll, get there in one piece. I
$41
know.
for their tax.
I
That's
know. And
crazy.
then I sold a Mack truck hood ornament, those chrome hood ornaments with the
Hmm.
dog, and he's kind of
Yeah.
like on his two front legs, like kind of like proud.
Yeah.
I sold that for $124. I paid 15 at a kind of like a flea market, I'll say a flea market. It was like in a
Hmm.
garage, like a
Yeah.
covered garage.
Hmm.
I sold some other stuff, but those were like the over $100, like good things. Oh,
Nice.
and a tens machine, those
Oh,
wireless
yeah.
tens
Yeah. Hmm.
machines.
Yeah.
I
You
sold
talked
one of
about
those. It
that.
was
You
brand
had that
new.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold that too. That sold for 60, no, I think it sold for $69. Yeah. And I sold this morning, Mo. Look at this. It's a light switch cover, but
Oh,
it
okay.
says
I see it
four.
now. Yeah. So
eh,
four. Yeah.
Yeah, there's for four light switches, but it's
Uh-huh.
cool. It's
What's it made
metal.
of? Is
It's
it metal?
totally
Okay, enamel.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's hand painted, but it's going to your city. It's going literally
Well,
to the same city you live in. Thought it was kind of
oh,
funny.
Delaware? Is it going to
Yeah.
somebody or is it going to one of those? Because there's they do a lot of freight forwarding from around here.
No, it was going to a person.
A person.
Like
That's cool.
it had a street address and everything. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I know. And then, of course, my fuggler I found last week, I'm trying to depeel with his creepy teeth.
His teeth
Like,
move.
how
Like
they
his mouth.
do?
Yeah. Because
I know.
I had a fuggler. I'm trying to remember if I sold him or not. Um, a little
Yeah,
green one that I found. I found for a quarter at a sale.
quarter.
It
Yeah.
was
They're just the best.
they're just so funny.
With their I know the way that their teeth go past the like inside, like it's realistic as
Yeah.
far as,
Uh-huh.
they don't just stop here, they go like
Right.
inside. Creepy. Creepy.
Somebody, whoever invented them, did something at school that they used to do. I taught at they had home ec or the middle school I taught, and
Mhm.
she always did ugly dolls with them because they would learn how to sew. And they made ugly dolls. I mean, that's basically what it was. They would sew buttons on eyes, and they would, they would cut it out, and they would sew,
Uh-huh.
do a whip stitch around the edge. And
Uh-huh.
the only thing missing was they didn't do the teeth, but they would sew a mouth on and stuff. So it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And school's starting back up too. School
Yeah,
started in your city?
yeah, it started here. My son doesn't go till tomorrow because upperclassmen they have 2-day orientation for freshmen at his school, so he goes tomorrow. But
Uh-huh.
he's a sophomore, and but yeah, I was out. I had to take him, so he didn't have school, but they still had band practice yesterday, like after school time. So I had to drop him off
Mhm.
there, and there was buses. I was like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, school doesn't start here until, well,
after Labor Day.
I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't know. I thought that it was going to change this year, but I don't know. But it normally starts after Labor Day. So,
We always started after
I
Labor
don't know.
Day, and I can't remember what year they decided to go back the week before. And
Mhm.
just every year, it just I hated it. Oh, I hate that it starts before Labor Day. And I can't remember if one school district they were talking about going after Labor Day. I know it's constantly a battle with them.
Mhm.
I just it just ugh, I hated it. I mean, when I was in school, you started like we'd go on like a Thursday. You'd only do a 2-day week after Labor Day, which was
Yeah. I think that's
trust
how it
me,
was for us
is
too.
enough. It's enough. Is enough.
Yeah, I know. So, is your kid going to that school that looks like Hogwarts?
No, Hayden. No.
No.
My old school.
Mo used to Mo used to teach at a school, guys, and when she sent the picture or whatever, I think it was in your Instagram story, it looks like Hogwarts. Like it looks like a mini Hogwarts, like maybe the dorms or something if Hogwarts had a dormitory. That's what it looks like.
I know. I was
I
on.
mean,
It
it
was like
does.
a lot of it was last week when a lot of teachers go back, and I still follow these funny teacher accounts, so I was like, oh, let me put this up there. I was feeling
Uh-huh.
nostalgic. I think I had a stress dream about teaching
Oh my
there,
gosh.
so that's where I spent most of my time. The let me show you a picture.
Yeah. If you're listening to it on Spotify, you gotta go to the YouTube channel and look at the
So this is the
wait a
biggest
minute.
thing.
It looks
Hmm?
like it looks like there's fireplaces. Do you have
Yeah.
fireplaces too?
Well, there were,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, they're not there anymore, but
oh
there's
my
the
gosh.
chimneys are left, yeah. So it opened in 1893, and it was just this front part. I'll show you a different picture. So right like behind us and down the hill is the Brandywine River, and that's where Hagley, that's where the DuPont company began. So they had a powder mill there, and really kind of took off, like during the Civil War and stuff, took off. Anyway,
Mhm.
so they built this for a school they had housing along the river. They built this
Uh-huh.
school as for the local children because most of the people um, worked for DuPont, and
Right.
so it was literally, let me switch in there, was like a misery.
Yeah.
We
That's a cool picture
paused
too.
this. Can you see it? Hold on.
Yeah. It's like
It's
the
not.
long view.
Oh my gosh, I have too many windows open. Hold on. It's not showing. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. The so just from like, you can't see my pointer. I turned the cursor off. So
Can.
just the
Oh.
first, oh yeah, you guys can. Um like just past the chin, like to where that door is there. Uh
Hmm.
can you? No, you can't. Anyway.
I thought I could earlier,
No, I
but
turned
that
it off.
doorway.
I should have. Yeah, so if
Oh.
you go on the side, there's like a doorway on the side. That's like that was like the old. Actually, that's like a newer part. It only kind of went just to where that chimney was. There was only like a few classrooms. My classroom is,
Hmm.
as you're looking at this picture, the upper right was my classroom for most of the time. They switched us and put us in the basement after a while. But I went to
Yeah.
school here, so I went to middle school here. So long story short, they made it because of busing and stuff when I was a kid, and people took their kids out of public school. Blah blah blah. They consolidated a bunch of schools, and I went. They made this. It was a fourth through eighth grade school, and I went
Mhm.
there from fifth. So I went there from fifth through eighth grade because that's when they started it. But yeah, so I taught there for like 16 years, and
Oh, wow.
it got worse and worse. It wasn't, it's in a very, it's in a very, um, high end, I don't want to say zip code. I don't know how to say, there's a lot of money
Yeah.
around it. There's big, huge
Yeah.
homes across the street. If
Mhm.
Biden's children had went to private public school, this is where they would have gone. They were a little bit older than me, but they would
Uh-huh.
have gone here. But it was a all grade school. Then it was a high school. Then they built the high school down the street, and they made this. It was a junior high, and then it was middle. It's still a middle school. Anyway,
Mhm.
blah blah blah. It was.
Wow.
It's funny that you brought this up because just like last month, I when I worked there, I kept looking because there was stuff, just old boxes of crap everywhere, and I wanted to find one. They had it in the library, but they didn't have any more. So when it was,
Huh?
this is the 100 year, like kind of like a yearbook, 100
Uh-huh.
years of the school, and
Oh, wow.
it like because
Are you
in so
are you in it?
1993, I am,
Uh-huh.
I will,
Like,
uh
as a kid or a teacher?
no, as a kid, this was in
Oh, goodness.
1993. I was just
Uh-huh.
finishing college. Thank you very much. But I am, uh, I gotta find it. Here it is. There's a picture of the band,
Okay.
and I am playing the piccolo right there. Right there.
Piccolo. Oh my goodness.
In the
That is
80s.
too funny.
That was the mullet year. I got my hair cut
Bullet
really
here.
I got my hair cut really short. I hated it. I hated it. But growing it out, and I had bangs, and growing it out, it just, for like that, from like spring on through the summer, it
Mhm.
got pretty fast, but it looked like a mullet anyway.
Oh my gosh. If I
By
had
the way,
known we were sharing yearbook pictures,
I
I would
found
have brought my yearbook down.
I only did this because you had said, this, and I had this
Uh-huh.
because I just bought it, and what was I gonna say? I
We need
bought it on,
drink out of
I
the Harry
found it on
Potter
eBay.
mug.
I have a I know. I had it on like I have a eBay alert, like a save search, and this came up just not
Uh-huh.
that long ago, and I was like, oh, and it's like in perfect condition. So
Oh, that's
I was kind
good.
of happy about that because I wanted it, but
Right.
my time
That's cool.
teaching there is was
Tumultuous?
It was good, but man, well, teaching's just become a big Ugh. it's
Yeah.
just it's just become a nightmare. It's the kids no, the kids are the I taught low income kids. That was rough anyway, but and I know people are complaining like since COVID, these kids are different, but the way the teachers describe these kids post like the good kids post COVID are the
Mhm.
same exact way the kids I was teaching were pre COVID. I was like, this doesn't sound like anything new to me. Like this is what, I was doing. Anyway,
That's
there's a
what
big
you were
teacher
doing.
shortage
Yeah.
and good luck to them because I'm never going back.
You don't
That's
wanna
my
be a
history lesson.
substitute.
I stopped teaching and it was 2018, 2019 school year. And then COVID, because I was like, maybe
Mhm.
I'll go back. I wasn't quite ready the first half of the year. I was like, maybe the second half of the year I'll sub because
Yeah.
I could be picky and I could sub where I wanted to. And then COVID happened. So,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
was reselling. And so I, uh,
You're like,
I was like,
"Bye. Bye, Felicia."
no, thank you. No, thank
Yeah.
you. Because
Yeah.
I could
I
make,
get
I
it.
could make, I have a master's degree. Subs get paid just like teachers. They pay you what kind of degree you have. You get more
Mhm.
if you have bachelor's. If you have a teaching certificate, I would have got more as a sub.
Yeah.
No, no, thank you. And pay was never my issue. Just so everybody
Mhm.
knows, I made a decent salary. Pay around here isn't bad. It was all
Yeah.
the other BS. So, but yes, I did work at
Yeah.
Hogwarts. I wish it was Hogwarts. It wasn't as fun. It was a battle.
It's
There
still
was lots
cool
of
though.
battles. I don't know, good and evil. I guess that's. I told my
Oh,
sister.
man.
My sister teaches, and so she started yesterday. She teaches elementary, and I sent her a thing yesterday. I was like, "Good luck," because she's kind of about had it, and she was always like, "I love the little kids." Blah blah. She-
Mhm.
I sent her a quote because the way Please, like I was the science teacher and social studies teacher that I worked with for all those
Uh-huh.
years. One year, the first day of school, we get home. He posted on Facebook to all my teacher friends, June was just around the corner. We were all dying. One guy I worked with
Oh my
printed it
gosh.
out and blew it up and put it
Oh my gosh.
on a binder that because we had these meetings. So he had it on the front of the binder with all the notes from this meetings. I sent her that quote. I was like, June's just
That's
around
too
the
funny.
corner.
Oh
Anyway,
man, it's
okay.
gonna
I
be a
chatted too long
long
about that.
fall and
Although
winter.
I chatted too long, although half of that's going to get cut out because it was all me like switching pictures. Oh my God.
It's all good. It's all good.
Anyway,
It's still
that
funny.
got me excited because I had found that. I found it on eBay. You can find anything on eBay, people. Anything. It literally
No.
I paid for postage and literally it came from like 2 months. I could have picked it up.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Where did you get it from? So it came from the same area.
Yeah, I mean I knew it was coming from around here when I bought it, but I didn't know where. And
Mhm.
um because it just said, Delaware, ships from Delaware. But when I got it, the return address
Oh,
was like it's literally like 2 or 3 miles away.
yeah. I have sold stuff in my city
Hmm.
too, and before I did porch pickup, I would drive to the post office, and the post office is only 2 miles away. That's
Hmm.
it, 2 miles. Like, I could
Yeah.
ride my bike if I needed to, but somebody bought a golf belt and, I shipped it, and I knew the address. Like, I was like, "That is, like, literally 2 streets away." Like 2 long streets. So
Yeah.
if I was driving to the post office, I would have driven further to the post office than it would have been to deliver
To give it to
that
them.
package.
That's so
But
funny.
it was like
Yeah.
bulk. So they pay I just was yeah, whatever. But I
Right.
literally could
Yeah.
have like probably thrown it and it would have landed.
Speaking of, I have a little story. My Drew was out. I think it was Sunday night. He was
Mm.
walking the dog. There was like an Amazon delivery truck drove by him, and a package fell out. He
Oh.
came home. He was like, he put it on our porch, and he finished walking the dog, and because he tried to wave the guy down, but the guy didn't see him. But
So funny.
it was in the neighborhood. So after he was done walking the dog, it was like I live. My neighborhood's pretty big, and then there's another neighborhood like we're like attached. I think he drove it
Yeah.
to that neighborhood because it's a couple miles. It's a while away. It was dark. He drove it to them when he figured out where it was. So
Oh my gosh. That's
he's like, and
that's
they had another
crazy.
package. So whoever you are, you're welcome because you almost didn't get it.
Oh, where would it have fallen out from? You know?
I don't
Like,
know
where
if
would
he
it have
had it
been?
like, did he have it, because they kind of like, I don't know if he had the door open. Do you know what I mean? Because he was stopping a bunch of times. Because they're usually in those vans, around
Yeah.
here. They're vans.
So
So
like
I
he
don't
turned
know.
the corner,
I
he turned the corner
guess.
and the van
Yeah,
door was open. Oh
it
my
must have been. It
gosh.
must have been because he must. He probably had. He he might not have shut it because it was a little later in the evening, and how he wants to go home. It's Sunday night, and I
Right.
guess it slid out. Yeah. So Drew was an
Well,
Amazon
it's a good
delivery
thing.
guy.
Well, good thing you guys are honest. You could have been like, I don't know,
Yeah.
what's for Christmas?
I
That's
wonder what it was. I know.
crazy.
I wonder what it was. It was something good.
Oh my God. I don't know. That is crazy.
But if
Um,
you're driving for
I
Amazon, watch your
watch your
stuff.
sliders.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah, that's not good. I'm surprised you didn't like, call them and say, "Hey, tell your guys
we're
to shut their door."
I know. He was like, "What am I gonna do?" I was like, "I don't know, look it up. It's probably somewhere in the neighborhood." And it was.
Yeah.
But we don't I mean, I guess he could have just taken it to the Amazon place is not far from me. Like we have an Amazon warehouse, like a few miles away.
Mm,
So um
yeah.
I guess he could have taken it there.
Wow.
What was that?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
know that in my neighborhood there's different like little neighborhoods in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, but my neighborhood or my it's called village. My village is like, has the street numbers and then the street name. Well, another village has the same number as my house, and their
Yeah.
street name begins with the same letter. So
Um,
we will get
yeah.
packages from each
Uh-huh.
other because it's the name is so similar and
Yeah.
with the same exact numbers. So
Who approved
we've lived
that?
here for
Yeah.
I
But
don't
like when they
know,
were making
like
up names and
crazy.
addresses, like don't put the same street name in the same zip code. Do you know what I mean? Like
hmm I mean,
or
it's similar. It's not
too
the same,
similar.
but it's very similar. But
Yeah.
so sometimes I will have to take packages to there, but it's only like, a 3/4 of a mile away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it makes me wonder if they have gotten our packages and if they have like had to drop them off too, like
Grandma.
on our
Yeah.
porch or something,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. But I guess now maybe they're a little more cautious, since Amazon takes that picture of your front door when they drop the package off, or they're supposed to, or at least here they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, they do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So it hasn't
I
happened
mean,
late.
I was outside one day and she was an Amazon driver was delivering something and I just happened to be out front and I went to take it from her. She's like, I have to take a picture. I was like, no problem.
Yeah.
So she set it on, like, I have a little table out there where I've been putting my packages for pickup. And she put it there and took a picture. I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to me too. They were like, I have to take a picture. So
I'm like, I get
it's
it.
like,
I
okay.
get it.
hmm I, I wanted to say, do you want me to just like pose
I know, right?
for the picture?
You can hand it to me and
Take a
I think they like to
picture.
have like the front of the
Oh,
house in
yeah,
the picture so they know, you know.
exactly. Just yeah. They'll be like, this person robbed the
Right.
Amazon
They can't
driver.
just
Here, I
say,
took a picture.
yeah. So you can't just say,
Hand it
"Oh,
to
it's delivered to
homeowner.
the." That's not my house, and they can say, "Well, look, here's a picture of it in front of this house." You know.
Exactly. Exactly. We should do a reseller of the week. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's go. Okay. We got simply thrifting with Sherri, and she has
Yes.
YouTube. I don't. Did you look and see if she had an Instagram? Because I wasn't sure.
I didn't see one, but
Okay.
I didn't click on her .com,
Yeah, I don't
to
know.
see if it was like a link tree or
Yeah,
something.
I
But
didn't see that.
hmm
But yeah, I she was. It was just like in my YouTube recommended like a month or two ago, and I watched, and I like her
hmm
style. The one that guy recommended to me was like, I don't. She's like, I got to be better at shopping, and I've been watching other thrifting channels, and so she was being like more mindful. She goes through her when she shops, she goes through like what she's kind of a picker and a flipper channel in one, because she'll go
yeah,
over like what she sold stuff for, but she'll go
hmm
through like why she bought something and or why it caught her
hmm
eye. I like that. She's like, oh, I like this.
yeah,
Her latest video was all about it. If you sell clothes or you want to sell clothes and you want to uh she was talking about like fall trends, and like some of the stuff she picked up wasn't like big name brands, but she like got a houndstooth jacket and a like a long cardigan in like leopard print, stuff that's like
right.
evergreen. You know what I mean?
Got
People buy that stuff
yeah.
regardless.
It's got a lot of it's like stacking factors,
Hmm.
that's what one of the other resellers calls it. I don't know
Okay,
if
yeah. Uh-huh.
that she coined that, but yeah, it's
I
like
get it, yeah.
wool and houndstooth and,
Yes. Uh-huh.
cardigan and
Right.
yeah, all those like cool things.
Hmm.
And it doesn't matter
Yeah.
the brand type of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So
Hmm.
I mean, she does talk about brands. Like she had brands that she
Yeah.
sold, but like I thought that was interesting. I mean, I don't really sell clothes.
Yeah.
It was a good things to think about for the seasons.
Exactly. Yeah, I liked it.
Hmm.
I just learned about the channel from Mo, but
Yeah.
I liked it too. I liked her editing style, and I
Hmm.
like to sell clothes too. Um,
She's funny too.
so it
She
was
puts little
interesting to see.
funny
Yeah, she
things
is.
in there.
She is funny. But yeah, it's you learn something every day, and
Hmm.
one of the brands she had talked about. I see it all the time too, and I don't think twice. And now I'm gonna have to. It was like the Coke. I don't know if it was like
Yes.
Kokomo or something like that, but it
Yes,
was
like something.
mhm,
Yeah, I remember
but
her talking about that. It's something you see a
yeah,
lot.
so I'm gonna have to pay attention. I do,
Hmm.
I see it a lot, but I'll have to, like, pay attention to see if it's got all those, like, cool factors that would make it sell quick. And she sold both of those
Right.
pieces in that video already on Macari. I don't know if that I think it was Macari that she sold them.
Yeah, she
So
sold some. Yeah, she sold them McCoy. Yeah, one of the things was
mhm,
like 3/4 sleeves, rolled sleeves. I know that was like a
and
big.
pin
She
tuck.
said that's a big thing to look for. Yeah, pin tucks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it is.
I subscribe to her, so
Yeah,
I'll be
she
watching it.
posts about once a
So
week, so that's cool. So
yeah,
go check her
simply
out.
thrifting with Sherri.
Yeah,
Yes, for sure. She has 18,000 subs and
yeah, she said a
145
lot.
videos.
I
I
know
know, that's awesome. And
when I when
I
I
know.
first found her, she
Hmm.
But I did look at. I said I hadn't like watched her whole back catalog or anything, but I did see a video. It may have come up like I might have did the oh you might like this, but she had some. It didn't seem that it was recent. I'm not sure. Um, a DIY. Like she redid her bathroom, but she had like thrifted some stuff, like a mirror and I think, or found it at a restore or whatever, salvage. But so if you
Yeah.
like that stuff, she has some of that stuff somewhere in her back catalog. Like I said, I haven't dug deep into it, but um,
Yeah.
that's always a cool. I was thinking of that the other day because we redid our powder room like right before
Mhm.
Christmas, and we could not find a mirror. And so we ended up just getting the one that like kind of fit the size cheap from Home Depot. And it is
Uh-huh.
already at bottom. It doesn't touch the sink like the old mirror used to. Like it came down to the bottom. We had like the
Uh-huh.
builder cabinet and it came down and touched
Yeah.
where the sink meets. It's already the silver back on the bottom is coming off. I'm so
Oh my gosh.
PO'd. I went in there, I
That's
was like, what?
crazy.
Go, first of all, like, how's it getting wet? What are those two doing down there? I don't know. Second of all, second of all, like, it's like 6 months old. Yeah, I'm
Right.
so mad.
Ugh.
So I'd
Well,
have
now
been
you have an
better off
excuse.
finding a thrifted mirror somewhere. Well,
Yeah,
now I got to go to
exactly.
I'm gonna go to do you have like a restore near you? Habitat,
Yes.
yeah. I'm gonna hit that up a bunch of times and see if I find anything there. Um, but I'm so
Or
mad.
go
I
to
am
like
so mad. Or
we
I'm just gonna
redid
get
our
wood and frame it.
well, we redid our bathroom and
Hmm.
our like the one under the stairs, like the I guess it's like a powder room.
Yeah,
And we took down the mirror that was there. It was just one of those like a mirror, like just the glass, like on the
yeah. That's
wall
all
with the
this
little
is because that's all
tabs.
I could find. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, we ended up buying a mirror from like Home Goods. Like it's a mirror that you hang on a hook.
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
all decorative and cute and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then I just
I
put like little tabs, not tabs, but like bumpers behind it so it doesn't shift.
Right.
And
Now
that's what
I
I did.
need my my powder room is kind of on the big side. I need like a
Mhm.
little bit of a bigger mirror. I don't yeah, I should it was kind of a rush job. The sink stopped working. I was like, that's it. It
Oh
was like
no.
so right before Christmas and my family comes over for breakfast and
Yeah.
so, I we decided I was like, okay, that's it. Go get go get a new vanity and a new toilet. We're doing it. And I was like,
I
we couldn't
remember.
find, I, but I need to look for another mirror. And he's going to be, my husband is, let's say, thrifty, and he's going to be pissed. But I'm already pissed. It's already red. Like, this is what I get for buying a cheap mirror. I should have just put a little mirror. You don't really need a mirror in there. I don't know why. I mean, you do, but you know what I mean. I should have just
Yeah.
left it
Yeah.
mirrorless until I found something.
Oh
Oh
my
well.
gosh.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
Try TJ Maxx.
Yeah,
TJ Maxx or Home Good.
I'm gonna have
They always
to.
have some like interesting, different stuff and all different
Yeah,
sizes too. I know.
yeah.
Mhm. And then yeah. I did buy a mirror at the Goodwill auction for
Okay.
$5 for the
Yeah.
mirror. And well, it's broke, but that's not the point because I didn't know that until I got home. Not the mirrors broke, but the frame. But it's
Oh.
so cool. I bought it for my future, like, space for my all my goods and things, when I
Uh-huh.
have like a room dedicated. But
Uh-huh.
it is like palm leaves. It's all like one color. It's all yellow, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
palm leaves and bananas and coconuts and it's super cool, but
That's
5
awesome.
bucks, and it's huge, Mo.
Nice.
It's huge. So, I just need to, like, mend the back of it with,
Mm-hmm.
like, some brackets to hold it together, but the rest of it's in good shape, and then I'm gonna
That's
paint it.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
like I like doing that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So,
That's awesome. That's
I
cool.
was
Yeah, I
excited,
gotta.
and I found yeah.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
I know. I know. So you do you wanna talk about that, Instagram story that I found?
Okay,
By
let me
Rally
find that.
Roots, scrolling through my Instagram stories like I do, and I see a picture of like Ryan
I gotta
Roots
zoom in
and
on this
I'm
one.
assuming it was Allie. And it's a picture and it was like a Facebook post, I guess, from like back in the day. And anyway, it
Yeah.
said something on it. I'm sure you'll read it, but I was like dying laughing and I had to send it to you because I have thoughts. I like want to know details about this situation and oh, let me
It's for those that are listening. There is a picture of rally roots. They are young and they are at the beach. They are in swimsuits.
okay. So it says 15 years ago, wild. Here's a fun fact you probably didn't know. I turned 21 in the Dominican Republic while working at a nudist resort. Story for our podcast whenever that happens. So, of course, I was like, a nudist camp? Is that what it said? A nudist resort. And I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, I immediately had thoughts like, if you work there, are you nude as well? Like, like, what did he do there? Did he like, was he a server? Was he a masseuse? Was he a towel boy? Oh, I guess they didn't have towels, but
Still need a
like, what do
towel,
you do?
right? You still get wet.
Is he teaching, is he teaching swimming lessons? Like, I need to know all of these, these details.
Hey, they definitely don't listen to us, but if anybody knows them, tell them we want to hear the deets on the
Yeah, exactly. I
working at
just
a
was like, huh,
nudist resort.
yes, I
I
can
would,
imagine.
I would you want to work there? I don't. And it's not, you know, you're not seeing great things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'm sure it was like
mm-mm.
a, s- like a swinger crowd and older people, maybe? What do you think?
Wow. Is it usually what it is, right? That's what I'm gonna say. Did you ever did
Yeah.
you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yeah. Was there a nudist colony or a nudist
No,
resort
but there was
episode?
he had a girlfriend slash cleaning lady who uh anyway, she would walk around nude. They talked about good nude versus bad nude. Like girls are good nude, but guys, it's not good.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's just like there was a whole thing about that. Yeah,
Yeah. I
I
can't
just
imagine
imagine.
like
Mm-mm. No,
what.
thank you. No,
I
thank you.
mean,
I
what's
mean,
it
maybe
I
it
mean,
paid well.
what yeah, I mean, imagine what volleyball looked like when you're playing volleyball.
No, and see, yeah. Mm-mm. I have
And
never
how long did he
gone
work there?
braless, and I don't ever plan to play a sport bra. It's like that's just
Oh my gosh, yeah.
oh.
When when I lifeguarded at the beach,
Mhm.
it's a resort. I live in a resort area.
Mhm.
I had to I did it for 7 years. I had to get down from my stand at least a handful of times because
Yeah.
we would get a lot of Canadians down and I would have to tell women to put their bikini tops on because they were topless or
Those are
they're
the
laying out topless and of course
That's
yeah.
the French Canadians. So my parents had really good friends. They met them on their honeymoon. They were from Canada. And when my parents were younger, they would go up there. But anyway, Jersey Shore, we when I was real little and before I was born, my
Mhm.
parents would go to like Wildwood. It's a beach at the Jersey Shore. And it's like one of the few that you don't need a beach tag for, you know? So you can just go for the
Uh-huh.
day and stuff. And they'd always be like, because the weenie bikinis, the Speedos. Been a very popular
Okay.
thing here among just lounging around. They're for actual, swimming sports,
Uh-huh.
not for sitting on the beach, right? But that's who would have them. And
Mhm.
my parents would be like, "Oh, that's the," because there was like always a lot of French Canadians that would come down, the
Mhm.
Quebecois. They would come down, and
Yeah.
because they would go to my they would go to Canada a lot when they were younger, my parents, and visit their friends,
Mhm.
and that's who did that kind of stuff. Or at
Yeah,
least my
that's
my
that is.
my parents' friends would say. They're like, that's the that's the French Canadian. I love Canada. If you're from Canada, it's all jokes, but yeah, it's a little different
Yeah, it's
in
all
some
jokes.
places up there.
Mhm.
That's funny. You had to get
Yeah,
up and down just to tone them in their job.
I know. Yeah, and when I was doing it, I don't know what it is now, but you couldn't wear a thong either. Like, which just seems crazy, you know? Like you
Hmm.
couldn't wear a thong bathing suit at the beach. Like even the police would ride on their quad runners or whatever they're
Hmm.
called, and they would tell them too they had to cover up or leave the beach. So I was just like,
See a
that's so
lot of
silly,
thongs around
you
here.
know?
See a lot of
Yeah.
thongs
I'm
around
sure
here.
it's changed.
But they
Yeah.
do. I do. We do see a lot of the. They're not thongs. They're like that in between. What are they like? The
Hmm.
cheek. What are they called? Cheekers,
Like,
cheekies. I don't know. There's something
hmm,
cheeks.
yeah. Yeah. It's like
I
covers like much.
I feel like I'm the in my family. I feel like they all look at you. Oh, you're the conservative one. But like they get so all the rest of my family when they see um we were at the beach one time, and my sister, it was like last year or something. My sister's, there was some girl, and she had her little kids with her, and she had the, what are they, cheekies or something? I don't know what they are.
Mhm.
Not quite a thong, but close. And they're like, I can't believe they're
Uh-huh.
wearing this as a family. They're getting like so upset. I'm like, whatever. I don't see. It's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I
as
don't
long as,
either.
as long as you're
It's
not spread eagle and I gotta look at anything else,
gosh.
I'm not worried about it. But
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, that's too funny.
that's
Oh my
that's so funny. You
gosh.
had to tell them to put their shirts on. That's so funny. Put their tops back on.
Yeah,
It's
to put their bathing suit tops back on.
not-
And of course,
this is
the
America.
guys, of
Yeah.
course, the guys that, because it was mostly guys that lifeguarded.
Hmm.
Of course, the guys were like, "Oh no, no, no! Can I go do it? I want to go tell her to put her back on." I was like,
Oh
"No,
my
I'll go
God.
do it."
Now they
No,
probably can't. They'd
obviously,
probably have to send the girls, get a lawsuit or
exactly,
something. They were
exactly.
harassing me.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's
just
so funny.
little kids running around because the YMCA used to like bring, like they would have a beach day and they would come bring
Uh-huh.
kids to the beach and
Yeah.
stuff,
Uh-huh.
and like little kids running around. It was crazy. It was
What's that?
exactly. Oh, that's not my mommy. Oh man. So, last week we were talking about how American Arbitrage is auctioning off his card. I'm sure everybody remembers that he got that. Um,
Yeah.
what's her name? Caitlin Clark,
Mm-hmm.
Panini card,
Yep.
and he is auctioning off on Goldens, and there are 6 days left, and we are keeping track of the bids and how high it is. And I think you got it. You have that pulled up. We can
Oh
take a
yeah.
look.
There it is.
It's I'm excited. I'm watching it. I do a check-in every day.
So we're at
Every night to see where it is.
14.5.
14.5 thousand. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And there's
And
40 bids.
and still got 6 days because it's Labor Day. It's the last day. So and
Yeah.
we record on Tuesday,
So
so it's 6 days from now. It'll be 4 days from when you see this, right?
yeah.
On
So it'll
Friday.
be over Monday. Yeah, it'll be over
Mm-hmm.
Monday, and
Yeah.
then we'll record on Tuesday, and we'll know.
Yep.
We'll know. I know.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
excited. I'm excited for the last day to see it, like, hopefully, like, skyrocket, you know? That'd
Yeah,
be
I know.
amazing.
Good for him. This will.
I know.
I feel like they're pretty minimalist, but this will help with his move. When is he move? When are they moving to Florida? Are they moving near Dave? Where are
Somewhat
they moving to?
I think so. I think that from what I've heard, like, just from bits of pieces on the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
I swear they're trying to, like, rent a house in his neighborhood or,
Oh yeah.
somewhere close.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere close. Yeah.
But I don't know. That was just, like, a little clip that I heard. But yeah, I think October. I think for some reason I heard October, or he'll
October.
be there
Mm-hmm.
October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm sure they're excited, and that'll, it'll start to, I guess, cool down a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's still kind of warm here in October,
Well, it was. Yeah.
you
It
know.
was, and it was. We had. I don't know what you guys, but we had like beautiful weather like last week. It was like 70s. It was like, almost like a little bit of touch of fall. The humidity was
Yeah.
like low.
Yeah.
And it got nasty again yesterday. It's hot again. Everybody's like, "Oh,
I
fall's here."
know.
I'm like, "It's not. Come on. This is fake
I
fall."
know. It is.
It's going to
It's
be
fake fall.
it's going to be uh hot again. And it is. And I'm
I
sweating.
know.
And
Yeah. I know. Same thing. I thought the same thing. I was like, oh,
mhm.
dare I say it's beautiful? You know, beautiful weather. Like,
No, it
but
really was. It
whatever.
was so nice. It was like I got up
I
in the
know.
morning, I walked. Now it's like, I want to walk in this. It's so hot.
I know. The humidity is crazy, but
It's humid here. It's gross.
hmm
I
I know.
I complain about summer, but I'd rather summer than I I'd rather fall weather all year long. But
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm not a
hmm
I'm not a big winter person. So
Yeah. I could do like, if I had 7 days to pick from, I would have like spring for the first 2 days, then summer for 2 days, and then the last 3 days would be fall. So
that
I would
sounds
like spring,
perfect. That
spring,
sounds
summer, summer,
perfect.
fall, fall,
Mhm.
fall. Yes.
When I was teaching, you wanted a few snow days, you know, to break up that
Oh
long
yeah, yeah,
friggin'
yeah.
winter, right?
Yes.
But like once you got into February, it's like, okay, now we're heading. We'd have those February ones. It was like, okay, I'm done with snow days. I just want this year to end. Like I don't want any more days tacked on. And the thing is the way they have it now is, um, we don't get a whole lot of snow days average year. And the way
Yeah.
they have it is the school day is a little bit like minutes longer. Everybody always says 180 school days, not quite how it is. Now, for
Uh-huh.
teachers, it's different. Like in our contract, you had to work like 195 days, so some of those are in service days. And then
hmm
the kids, it's hours. So they tacked on 5-10 minutes to a school day, and that makes up for it. So they would have years where they don't. We had some snow days, but they don't have to make them up, but we did. So after a while, you're like,
Oh.
no more, no mas. Just want to go. I just want this year to be over. But yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
but now,
That's crazy.
well, I don't care. I don't care if it snows because I don't have to go anywhere. So that's nice too.
Uh-huh.
But I'd rather be in shorts and a t-shirt all year long than
Yeah.
bundled up and cold.
hmm I remember my senior talking about, having to like go to school for a certain amount of days.
Yeah.
My senior year of high school,
Hmm.
um, the place where our graduation is, and this was the whole city of where I live.
Hmm.
The place where we have the graduation, that place double booked it for that week or whatever when the the graduation ceremony was.
Oh
So
no.
the
Yeah.
other place got priority. So we had to graduate a week early. All of the city had to graduate a week early. And to make up for that week of school, we had to do 40 hours of volunteer work,
Stop.
somewhere in the community. So I remember that this is how long ago it was. I remember we had to like pass out uh political campaigns in VHSs on people's porches. That's what I did. So we got
That's
to get out of school a
terrible.
week early.
I
It
mean,
was no, it was great for
seniors
us,
usually get out
you know?
earlier because around here, graduation is usually like the first week of June. For it just depends
Mhm.
on the school district and where they have it and all that. But I know we got out. We always got out a week or so earlier. Like seniors were done. Like we had, they still do. They have their finals and then they're done like a week before even
Mhm.
graduation. You know what I mean?
Huh. Yeah, that's not how it was for us. I don't know what it's like
Mm,
now. Well,
yeah,
my kid I don't
I
know.
know
My kid went
it's
to like a tech school, so
mhm,
I don't know. I don't remember. And it was during like
COVID.
COVID, home, yeah, so they didn't go to school for 2 years, so
Oh my
you
God,
know?
I know. Yeah,
I know.
that's terrible.
It's just crazy. I know. Well, I think we're up at our mark. What do
Oh
you think,
yeah, we
Mo?
are.
We should
Dang.
we should wrap it up and make sure
Just
that everyone is
a little
following
bit of
us on
reselling talk in there, right?
what?
Just a little bit.
Follow
I
us
want to
on
know.
Spotify. Oh, go
Oh
ahead.
yes, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was saying, let's follow us on Spotify and Apple and all the other what is
Amazon,
it on
wherever.
Amazon as well?
Yes,
I didn't know it was on
Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah, all
Mm-hmm.
those. And don't forget the like button on your way out too.
And
And what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, leave us a comment of like a good high school memory or something. Thus, since we talked about high school a lot, since we talked about school,
Yeah.
leave us like your favorite school back to school memory. Leave us that. How's
Oh,
that?
okay.
And it is,
That
it is
sounds
back to
good.
school. So like, and we talk about schools. So I want to hear
Mhm.
your favorite memory. And
Or
yeah.
or if you worked at a nudist resort, leave that in the comments below too.
Amy, definitely. We need to know that. We want you on as a guest. We're going to
Yes.
have a whole special episode.
Dare I say we need photos.
Proof.
Oh my god.
Picture
With
it didn't happen.
with with that, I think we're flipping out. Bye.